Morning, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my second session on MS Excel 2019. So, guys, I believe that you have seen my first session on MS Excel, and you got yourself very comfortable with MS Excel, and you know how to work on MS Excel. Definitely, I know that the people who are working on MS Excel, they know in and about how to work on Excel. But the my intention of doing this session is to make yourself much more aware about the extent of your imagination or the extent of your working on MS Excel. So I'll just start with the basic revision of what I have done in the session number one. Already I know that you have seen my session number one. In case you have not seen that, I really request you all please go back and see my session number one and then come to this session. Anyway, welcome back and welcome everyone to my second session on MS Excel. Now, so right now, if I want to go to desktop, what I'll do, I just press Window D, and then if I have to open an MXL, there are a lot of ways to open MS Excel. I can simply open MS Excel by using this search button. I can type Excel, and I can see an Excel app being there, and I can open the Excel from there. Otherwise, I just do right click on my desktop. I can go to New. Under there, I can see Excel worksheet. I can open it from there, or I press Window R and I can write Excel there, and then I press enter, and then I have option either to open a new blank workbook or maybe existing workbook on which I was working in the past. I can open any of them. I hope you are getting and you know how to use them and you know how to open them. So for the time being, let's open a empty workbook. So at that, now what you can see, this is a empty workbook, and here by default one sheet has opened. So this is a workbook, and under that workbook, this is a worksheet. If you want to open more worksheet, you can simply press plus arrow and you can open as many worksheet as you can. Already we have discussed these things. We have discussed how to protect our worksheet by using by putting password. So I hope you still remember how to put password, how to lock your worksheet, and how to work on worksheet. So definitely I know you have definitely must be aware about that part. Talking about workbook, what you see, this is a workbook, and under that workbook you have worksheets. You can rename your worksheet by doing right click, and you can go here and you can simply rename it, or you can delete it, or you can insert a new worksheet. You can put a color on that. You can protect the worksheet. In order to move from sheet 1 to sheet n, you can use control page up, or you can use control page down. So you can press control page down. If I press control page down from sheet 1, I can go to sheet 6. If I want to come from sheet 6 to sheet 1, I'll use control page up. Fine. So it's always good that when you're working on MS Excel, you need to always assign name to your workbook. You should always assign name to your worksheet. Okay. So at the top, what you can see the name of this workbook. Here, the name of the workbook is book one because I've not saved it. So the first thing what you should do, you should save it. Okay. To save it, what is the shortcut key? Alt FA. You can use Alt FA, and then you can just simply select where you want to save it. You can go there and you can give a file name to that, and while saving it you have option. You can either save this as an Excel workbook. So if you're saving this as an Excel workbook, then it will save under the format called .xlsx. While if you save it under 97 2000 workbook format, then probably it will save as .xls. So I really suggest all of you that whenever you're working on Excel, please make sure that you save it on Excel 97 2003 workbook format, so that in case if you are start using older version of window also, there also opening this Excel workbook won't be a problem for you. Otherwise, by default, it would save in Excel workbook format only. Fine. So again, it's your choice to then the shortcut key whenever you want to save the workbook would be Alt FA. Fine. So Alt FA means that is you are going inside the file option. So great. I hope you are loving it, Excel. And if you're loving the Excel, if you are really liking the session, don't forget to click on the like button. So the first thing what you should do, you should always save the workbook. Once you save the workbook, now the environment, what you see, this is kind of blackish kind of environment. And at the top, what you can see, this is the quick access toolbar, and then under that we can see we have tabs. So we have file, we have home, we have insert, we have draw, we have page layout, formula, data, review, view. All these tabs are there. One of the tab which is not visible right now is a developer tab. So for in order to make sure that you want to see developer tab because you want to work on Visual Basic. So for that, what you need to do, you need to get into the customize ribbon. Okay. So for that, what you need to do, you need to do Alt, then F. Under that, go to more, press OO. Under that, sorry. So it's not O, it's actually 00, I guess. So you just do that. Again, let me do that. So Alt F, then it's 00. You do 00, then you can go in the options. Under options, when you go, then you can see customize ribbon, and here you click on developer tab. So the whole world of VBA is waiting for you inside the developer tab. So if you go inside the developer tab, now what you can do, you can write programming under different sheets by using Visual Basics. So the shortcut key to get into the Visual Basic is Alt F11. So if you press Alt F11, you can directly go into the Visual Basic. And now under that, you can go to any sheet and you can write any program. I can say, I can write a program saying that say hi to everyone. So start with sub. Sub means sub stand for subroutine. And you can assign a name to the file, hi to everyone. And you can assign hi to everyone, open bracket, close bracket, enter. So when you do enter, if you can see end sum, means whatever you are doing is up to the mark, means everything is as appropriate. Then you can, I can write a message box, msgbox. Under that I can write, hi everyone, welcome to my Excel class. Hi everyone, everyone, welcome to Excel class. Welcome to Excel class. Welcome to Excel class. So already we have done these in the previous session, just but I'm just trying to do revise this thing for you. Then you can run this by pressing F5, or you can see it a green triangular button here, that is for run. You just click on that, you can see. Hi everyone, welcome to the Excel class. So we'll talk about macros. We'll talk about working on developer tabs. So for that, we'll get into the world of VBA to understand that part. But for probably you need to understand that when you have these tabs on which you can work. So under these tabs, what you can see ribbons, and all these ribbons are under certain groups. So like you can see, there's a group called clipboard. Under that, you can see these tools which you can work on. There's a group called font, under which you can see Arial black, font size. You can see the font indexes. You can see the font color, all other that. Then you have alignment as a group. Then you can have number as a group. You have style as a group, cell as a group, editing as a group. So under each tab, either the tabs is home, insert, a draw, page layout, formula, data, developer. So these are the tabs. Under each tabs you have groups. Under each groups you have lot of ribbons to work on. Now probably when I'm working on Excel and the space is very limited for me, so because I want to show you the maximum from my desktop, so I don't want this ribbon to be continuously visible. So in order to hide the ribbons, I can use Control F1. So if I use Control F1, now you can see the ribbons are not visible. Okay. Again, if I press Control F1, again the ribbons will get visible. Fine. So now below that you can see name bar. You can see name bar. That name bar shows the position of cell. What is cell? This is cell. This matrix, what you see. This matrix which you see, which is the building block of the Excel worksheet, which is made of row and column. that address where that cell is basically located, that you can get from by looking into the name bar. So here the name bar shows F6. F6 means you are in F column and 6 row. So the alphabets basically represent the columns. Alphabet basically represent the columns, and the number basically shows the rows. So when you see the Excel, you have the last column called XFD, and you have last row called 10,48,576. Now you are anywhere in Excel worksheet, you want to reach the first cell. For that, press Control Home. So when you press Control Home, you reach the A1. Fine. So when you have this cell, now inside the cell, if you are using any formula, so for that you can see this is formula bar. And in order to do any mathematical calculation in Excel, you can see what you are doing, any what form of mathematical calculation you are doing, that you can see under this formula bar. Okay. Now there's a whole world of working on formulas are waiting for you under the formula bar, where you can insert lot of functions. The shortcut key to get into the insert function is Shift F3. If you press Shift F3, you can get into the universe of insert functions, where we'll study lot of functions. Either they are statistical functions, or they're trigonometric functions, or either they are mathematical functions, financial functions, date and time functions, logical function, text functions. We'll study them. So that you can see from the formula bar. Okay, everyone. So we are trying to study what Excel is all about. Under that, whenever you open an Excel workbook, you can have by default one sheet or more than one sheet also. That also you can customize. For that, you need to go to File. Under File, go to Options. Under Options, if you go to General, under General, you can see written include this many sheet. So here I can increase the number. Whatever number I put, that many sheets will open the next time whenever I'll open an Excel workbook. Okay, then you can see the background as a black, so that you can change it through Office theme. But I like black color, so I keep it black color. It's your wish. If you like any other color, colorful or white or dark gray, or any other, like what is options available for you, you can do that. For me, please keep it like black only. Fine, everyone. So jokes apart. So coming back to the Excel, now I want to show you the new customization. What I have done, I want to show you. So for that, I want to open a new Excel workbook. So for that, simply what I need to do, I need to press Control N. So if I press Control N, I can open as many workbook as I want. So I just need to do Control N. So if I do Control N, I can open as many workbook as I want. You can see right now in book 4. So I can press Control and book 5, Control and book 6. I want to close these dummy workbooks what I have opened. For that, to close it, use Control W. So if I use Control W, I can close all these workbooks what I have opened. So guys, I hope you are loving it. So in case if you have written anything inside the workbook, then if you try to close it, so before you try to close it, Excel will ask you that something is written there. Do you really want to close it without saving, or if you want to save, you can click on save option. Okay, everyone. So that is your decision to do. To save, the shortcut key to save is Control S. If you press Control S, you can save it. So first thing, whenever you open an Excel workbook, the first thing what you should do, you should always save as. You should do save as. For that, press Alt F8. Okay, so once it is already saved, then you just need to press Control S, Control S, Control S to keep doing what you are working on MS Excel. Fine, guys. So I hope you are loving it. Take a 1 minute deep breath. Understand what we have done so far. We are just doing revision of whatever I have done so far. Nothing I am doing it new. We are just recapping it what you have learned till now. So in order to work on Excel, in order, when we are working on Excel, we just try to navigate by using the control command basically help us to go from one end to the other end. That is the beauty of working on control command. Along with control command, you can use shift command. With shift command, you can select the cells. Okay, so like if there's a some installed already template is there, so imagine if I have some installed template. Hmm, hmm. So you can see lot of data is there. Now I want to select this data. Now I want to select these data. Suppose so many datas are there. So to select it, I can press shift right arrow. I can use shift right arrow. I can use shift down arrow. With that, I can select the data. I can select these data. Now you can see the size of data are very small and it's not very much visible to me because I have very weak eyesight. So I can use this zoom bar. So with this zoom bar, I can magnify this. So magnification can be done with the zoom bar. So you can see this plus sign, minus sign. Minus sign is for minimization. Minus sign is for minimization, and plus sign is for maximization. Fine. So I hope you all are giving guys. So now you can see this. You can see lot of data is there. And if you want to select this data, so what you can do is press shift, then right arrow, and then what you can do one by one, you can select these columns. You can select the content of these rows. By one, you can do this work, guys. So instead of wasting time doing it one by one, what I can do, I can simply come to the A1 where the data is starting. Wherever the data is starting, I read there and press Control A. If I press Control A, everything will be selected. Okay. But here there's a column K where data is not there. Then column L is there where data is there. So I want to restill column L. So I press Shift, then right arrow. So then everything is being selected. Then I can copy it. To copy it, I can press Control C. I can press Control C. I can go to the workbook where I want to paste it, or I need to paste it in some dummy workbook. I can press Control N. I can press Control N, and then I can press Control V. Control V is for paste. I can press Control V for the paste, and then it will get pasted. Fine. So I hope you are understanding what we are doing here. So gradually, that is the way how we work on Excel. You can see there's a heading is there. So these headings, I believe this heading should we should we make bold. So I can press Control B, B for making it bold. Control U for underlining them. Control I for making it italic. So all that I can do all these things. Then I want to make I want them to look like a table. So I can make a boundary for that. So before to make a boundary, first I'll select the data. Control Shift right arrow, then down arrow, then under home I can go here. I can go here. I can put thick outside border. I can put an outside border here, and then I can do all border. So with this all border formed, then it looks much more better. Fine. I hope you are understanding this. Like here, you can see returns are calculated. So some formulas are there. Some calculation is being done. I'm very weak in maths, so I cannot understand what is this return. I don't know what is this return. So in order to understand what calculation is being done here, so for that what I can do, I can simply click on any cell and press F2. If I press F2, I can see what formula is being worked here. So, oh my God, they are using log E. So logarithm, I hope you know logarithm. If you have any doubt on understanding logarithm, so you can watch my video on quantitative aptitude with regard to logarithm to understand what logarithm is all about. So in order to calculate the return, what I have done, I have used log E of of log E. Then under that, in numerator, I use the today closing price of the stock, and that I divided with the yesterday closing price of stock. So with that, I got this value. I got this value in number. If I want them in percentage, what I'll do, I'll select everything. So that control shift down arrow, I can select here everything, and then under home, you can see under numbers, you can click on percentage sign. So then you can see, so everything, now the data, everything come under percentage. Here I can increase the decimal. If I want to see more decimal, I can increase the decimal by using this symbol. To decrease the decimal, I can do this. Right. So this part, that flexibility I have to do that while working on Excel. So I hope you are understanding, you are enjoying it, and so don't forget to click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed till now. Imagine the columns like open price, high price, low price, last traded price. The column from D to G are not relevant to me. Okay, so okay, I can say that column from C to G are not relevant to me. So let hide them. So what I can do, put your cursor, go to any cell in this column C. To select a column, you can use control space bar. So the whole column C got selected. Then I can press shift right arrow till the column which I want to hide, that is last traded price. So now the column from C to G is being selected. That column from C to G I want to hide. To hide the column, you can use control 0. So if you use control 0, the whole column will get hidden. Okay, so then you can see this whole column got hidden. Fine. So if you want to unhide the column, go to the column which is one before that, because column from C to G is hidden. So go to column B, control space bar, then shift right arrow. Okay. Then what you can do, you can press right click, and to unhide it, click on unhide. Okay. So that command you can use to unhide a column, or to hide the column. You know that suppose I want to reverse it, what happened? Oh my god, I have done mistake, I have to reverse it. Press control Z, that is undo. So control Z, right? So like that. So if you want to hide a row, so select a row. Suppose I want to hide row 8. So in order to hide this row 8, put your cursor in the row 8, press shift space bar to select a row, and then to hide this row you can use control 9. You can use control 9, then the row will get hidden. Now to unhide it, put your cursor in a row which is one before the row which is hidden. So for that, then you can press shift space bar, then shift down arrow, and then you can press control shift 9. If you do control shift 9, then the row which was being hidden, it become visible again. So to hide a column, you can press control 0 to hide a column, to hide a column, to hide a column, to hide a column. You can use control plus 0 to hide a row, to hide a row. Okay, to hide a row. The pen is not working. To hide a row, to hide a row, you can use control 9. Okay, to unhide a row, you can use control plus shift 9. Control, you can use control plus shift plus 9. Control plus shift plus 9. Fine. To unhide a column in books or in Google, if you do, you'll get control plus shift plus 0, but normally that don't work. Better use mouse for that part. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt? If you have any doubt, please use the comment option. Post your doubt in the comment option. Fine. Now you can see these numbers, like you can see this turnover. These digits are too much digits. I cannot read them. 23541.54. So if you have problem in reading it, select the row, control shift down arrow, and here you can put comma. You can then with by putting comma, then your ability to read it become easier. Okay. Now you if you want you can change the color also. If you want you can change the color, anything whichever you like, you can put that color. Fine, everyone. I hope you are understanding this. So that way you can play with your data whenever you have a data. You can play with the data. Now this date is there. So although this date is in from oldest to newest, if you want, you can make it newest to oldest to newest also. For that, you go to date, and you can do sorting. So for sorting, you can go to data. Under data, you can click on sort, or the shortcut key of sort is Alt DS to sort. If you want to sort, if you want to sort, if you want to sort, you can use the shortcut key called Alt plus D plus S, Alt DS. You can do Alt DS. So you can do Alt DS, and here you can say sort by. You can put date, and you can put oldest to newest or newest to oldest. All that you can do there. Fine, guys. So I hope you are understanding the basic understanding on how to work on MS Excel, like what is worksheet, what is workbook. If you want, you can customize a tab for yourself. Go to file, under file, go to options. Under options, go to customize ribbon. Under customize ribbon, you can click on new tab. Under new tab, you can click on new tab. You can rename it. I can rename with my name. That's my name, Amit Singh. Okay. So this is my tab name. Okay. Under that, you can go to group, and you can click on renaming the group. So you click any name for the group. Suppose the name of the group is finance. Okay. Then I can open one more group. Suppose then again I rename it. So I can put a name for that group called marketing. So I can put a name for the group marketing. Now under finance group, whichever I feel the ribbons which are important, I can include them. While working on MS Excel, whichever ribbons I believe that they are important for me for day-to-day functioning, I can include them. Okay, under this now I have marketing. I have marketing. Under the marketing, I can add more and more. I can add more and more. I can use and I can add more and more ribbons. Like so, depending upon whatever I feel are relevant to me, so I can add them. If I want to remove it, I can remove from here also. Anything I want to remove it, that also I can do. Anything I want to add, I can add it here. It's my wish, the way I want to do. So I can press OK, and then I can see a tab called Amit Singh. I can see a tab called Amit Singh. So under this Amit Singh, you can see two group, finance and marketing. And I can put as many ribbons as I want under these groups. I can create multiple groups, and I can put different ribbons under them depending upon my objective. Now to just simply undo what I have done, because the purpose was just to show you what you can do. You can go to customize ribbon, and you can click on reset all customized. It will ask you that delete all ribbons and quick access toolbar customization what you have done so far. I say okay. So the purpose was just to show you how to work on MS Excel. Okay, so while working on MS Excel, when you're working on MS Excel under file, when you go to options, under options, if you go to add-ins, under add-ins, if you check the add-ins, if you check the add-ins, make sure this solver add-ins and analysis tool pack is being ticked and being added on you, and which you can see them under the data. So under the data tab, you can see solver, you can see data analysis. You have solver, you have data analysis. Solver basically we use for solving operation research problem related to a linear programming approach, which otherwise would be solved by using simplex method or by using graphical method. We have learned about them in 12th standard maths. The same thing is there, and which if we are MBA graduate, definitely we have studied them under operation research, the same perspective. So more or less, when we see the Excel workbook, at the top we have quick access toolbar. Then we have tabs. Under tabs we have lot of groups. Under groups there are lot of ribbons are there. So it depends upon when we are working on MS Excel. It depends upon what forms of functioning we need to engage ourselves. On that basis, ultimately, what we do, we try to use ribbons based upon our objective on which we are working on. So I hope you are understanding this part. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone want to ask any question? We are just trying to do revision of what we have done so far in MS Excel. To see the current date, you can press Control semicolon. To see the current date, you can press Control semicolon. To see the current time, you can use Control Shift semicolon. You can use Control Shift semicolon. Okay. Or what you can do, go to Developer tab, Alt F11. Go to Developer tab, and then I can write a program. Sub show me current date and time. Any name I can give, and message box date, MSG, message box time. Okay, so message box date, message box time. Okay, so now and then if I run this, I can see the date, I can see the time. I hope you understood this. If you want the program for this, what I've written, if that is not visible for you, so I've taken the screenshot of that, what I've written, so that you can see this. So if you want to see if you want to see the content of the code what I've written, so you can see this, and then press F5. You can see the current date or current. And to see the date and time together, you can press equal to now, open bracket, close bracket, and you can see date and time together. Okay, and to see the current date, I can use equal to today, open bracket, close bracket. Fine. So I hope you understood this. Anyone have any doubt? Now, normally while working on attendance purpose, I need to insert the date. So normally for attendance purpose, I need to insert the date. So I can write a date at the heading, write date at the heading, and then I can write date equal to date, and then in year I can write 2020, comma month is 12, and the date is 26, then close bracket, enter. Okay. Now the same thing I would have got by using equal to today. Now what I can do, if I want tomorrow date, If I want tomorrow date, if I want tomorrow date, I can just write equal to up arrow plus 1. So I'll get the next date again. If you want, if Saturday, Sunday comes, so you want after that the from Friday you want Monday, so plus 3. Like this you can do. Okay, then from Monday, uh, you have, then it will increase by 1 by 1. I can copy this. Fine. So like this, you can, the date will go like this. Fine. Now, if after 1st January, the next class will happen on 1st February. Okay, sorry, after 5th January, the class will happen on 5th February. So I can go to e date. So for e date, start date, what is start date? That is 1st January month. I want after 1 month. You can see. So for that, you can use a function called edate. If you use a function edate, you can use this. Now, after 5th February 2021, after 5th February 2021, the next class will happen on 5th February 2022. For that, you can use edate. Start date is this, then number of month means after 12 months. So, comma 12, close bracket, enter. So you can see after 5th February 2021, the next date what you can see is 5th February 2022. So that way you can insert the dates, and you can use the edate function, and that how edate function will be, many times it will be beneficial for you when you're working on MS Excel. So dates are very important. You can see the if you want to get a little bit more deeper into that, you can press Control 1, or you can go to right click format cells. If you do that, if you do that, so you can see this. Under numbers, you can see these categories. So you are talking date. So you can, under date, you can see, select the type also, how you want the date. Control Z. Mhm. So I can do that. So the different ways are there. Whichever way you want, you can use the date. You can use a date function. You can use the edate function also. So that is the how we can use them. So gradually you can remember them. So the functioning of date, edate, and all. So you can do like this. Like this, you can write Sunday, Monday. You can write Sunday, then Monday, then Sunday, Monday. If you select, you can write. You don't have to waste your time writing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that. In Excel, you do it. It will do manually. So here, like January, February. So you can see that I just selected January, February, from March to the next year, whichever month I want. The same thing will be visible. Fine, everyone. So I hope you are liking this. So it's very basic thing. We are not doing anything detailed or anything difficult. So like this way you can use them to make them the January to December all should come in capital letter. For that you can use upper command, plus equal to upper, open bracket, close bracket, enter. 1 minute. Maybe upper spelling is wrong. Upper. Okay, spelling of upper is wrong. So then left arrow, select January to enter. You can see all came in capital letter. You can use upper command for getting everything in capital letter. Similarly, you can use lower command to get everything in small letters, or you can use proper command, or you can use proper command. You can use proper command. For that, you can use proper command, where the first letter will be capital and remaining will be in small letters. Fine, everyone. Anyone have any doubt, any question you want to ask? So we can use date function basically for age calculation also. So we'll understand working on age calculation, other parameter like here. Probably you can see this. You can use upper command basically for making your content to be in capital letter. You can use a proper command to make sure your content should come in proper grammatical order, where the first letter is capital, rest all small letter. You can use lower command where your content will come in small letter. So that is the how you can do. Ultimately, you can understand this is your data. This is your raw data. Ultimately, you understand this is your raw data. You can this is your raw data. This is your raw data. While these are basically a formula function, these are basically a formula functions. Now, if you in here instead of here, if you write anything, because that is a independent data, everything will change here. You are getting the logic. So in order to make any content to be free from, in order to make any content to be free from formula, what you can do, you can select the data, copy it, Control C, and go to paste and paste value. If you do that, the formulas will get removed. The shortcut key for that is Control C, Alt ESV. So you can do Control C with Alt ESV. You can do the same thing. So you can remove the formula. The shortcut key to do the paste special. Fine, everyone. Now, if you have this content which is vertical, if you have this content which is vertical, I want this to be horizontal. I want this to be horizontal. So what you can do, you can go to paste. Under paste, you can go to paste special. Under paste special, click on transpose. So now the same thing will come forward horizontal. So transpose is the very common function in matrices chapter. So I definitely believe you are aware about matrices chapter, and you can do like this one. So from to make a row into column or column into row, you can use transpose command under the paste special, or you can use the shortcut key called Control C, then Alt ESC. Clear, everyone? So when we see the Excel workbook, we have multiple worksheets, and all these sheets are made of row and column, where the columns we can see with capital letter. The columns we can see is in alphabets. When you see the total number of columns, you have 16,384 column, where the last column is XD. While when we see the number of rows, the last row is 10,48,576. And to measure the number of column, so for that what you can do, write anything on column A. The row number doesn't matter. Copy that, Control C, then Alt ESV. So Alt Alt ESV, not Alt ESV. Is like you copy it. You first copy this, Control C, okay, then Control Shift right arrow. So if you do Control Shift right arrow and then Control V. So what Control Shift right arrow will do, because there's no content beyond this one or two column, then the same thing which is being copied, and when we are trying to paste it, then it will paste till the last column. So to see that, you can see the average of this number to 23 only. The count is 16,384. So you can use this function mathematical function called count. So with the mathematical function count, you can easily understand the total number of columns what you have in MS Excel worksheet. Fine, everyone. Anyone have any doubt? To close this, press Control W. If it asks you, do you want to save? Use Tab command. With the tab, I can go to Don't Save. Click Don't Save, so it will not save. Then again Control W. Again use Tab, so you can see Don't Save. Click on Don't Save. It will not get. It will not. It will not get saved. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Any question you want to ask? Any question, anyone? When we see Excel workbook, under the workbook we have worksheet, and you can open infinite sheets. Okay, to protect the sheet, any work you have done on the sheet, to protect that, you can do right click and go to protect sheet, and that way you can protect the sheet. To protect the certain content of the sheet, while other places you can write anything. So for that also you select this data which I want to be protected. So then I do control one or format cells. Okay, and then I have to make sure the protection part, this should be unticked. Okay, so with that I'll do. So before that I'll just select everything by using Control A. So if you use Control A, then everything within this ruler, whatever is being done, or everything will go on toss. So what I want to make sure that I'll do Control One, I'll do right click, and then I'll do a protection. I'll untick it. Okay, and again now 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 this is unticked. Now which I want the content to be very secure. So just select them. Then again press Control One. Now for this content, everything inside this worksheet I have unticked it. Now I just tick the content. I'll tick the content which I have selected, the content which is within this boundary. And then if I go to protect sheet, okay, and then I can protect the sheet with some password. Now if I want to write anything here, I can write it. Okay, so I can write it. But here if I try to do anything, it will not happen because this part of the sheet is being protected. So I hope you remember we had discussed about them in our previous session. We have discussed about them. So we're talking about standard deviation, average return, all that will definitely will learn in the future how to use them. So that is not the concern factor for us. Right now, the concern factor for us is to make sure the student should understand what we are doing on, what is the purpose of working like this, and how it's going to help us. So all that part can be easily understandable if we can communicate in such a manner that it will make more logical for us to understand this. Right? So now imagine if this is return. This is the return which is being calculated. Okay. Now imagine if I copy this. Control C. Control N. Now Control V. You can see error here. You can see error here because why you are getting error, because please understand this return, what you see return is just, it is a formula. It is a formula, and this formula is deriving its value from the content, some content from the given workbook. Okay, so now in order to work on, now what should I do this? Because suppose I want to copy and paste the return data here, but I cannot do that because ultimately they're formula dependent. So there should be some data which I can use it for the formula part. Here you can see the notice. Here you can see the notice. So this is a formula base. Now if I paste it here, then you can see the difference. I'm pasting it here. Okay, so I'm pasting it here. So it is asking what you are doing. It is asking us what we are doing. So you can see this. So what can I do for this kind of situation? So what I can do, if I select them and wherever I want to paste them, now the formula from where I have solved this question is not relevant for us. What is relevant for us is to what is more relevant for us is basically to make sure this formula should not create problem in pasting the data. For that, do Control C, paste special value, and then you are getting the values without using any formula inside them. And so please remember them. So it would be really good for you when you are working on Excel. It would be really good if we can understand this part. And so to calculate the return, we can use logarithmic return also. We can use normal return also. Okay, so if I want a normal return by using compound interest, this is by using continuous compounding. So you're using the formula called ln. You're using the formula ln means log e. So you're using the formula. You're using the formula. You're using the formula here. You're using the formula here called log e or ln. Then today closing price. Today closing price divide by yesterday closing price. Today closing price divide by yesterday closing price. I can use this formula or to calculate the return or to calculate the return or to calculate the return. I can use the formula called today closing price minus yesterday closing price. Today closing price minus yesterday closing price divide by yesterday closing price divide by yesterday closing price into 100. That we can do at the end by clicking on percentage sign. Fine. So what I can do, I can simply delete them. Okay, now you can see this. I cannot delete it because it is a part of protected sheet. So I have to unprotect it. So how to unprotect it? So go there and click on unprotect the sheet. Click on 1, 2, 3. Password. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now I can delete it. Now once I delete it, you can see you're getting an error in this formula. So if you want to just to be formula free, copy that, Control C, then Alt ESV. So with this you can remove the formula. So simply I did this just to make you understand this part. Now to calculate the return, what I can do, I can use the formula, open two bracket, today closing price, today, okay, today closing price, today closing price, this is today closing price minus yesterday closing price. You can see this yesterday closing price, uh, close bracket, divide by yesterday closing price. You can use this also, today minus yesterday divide by today into 100. By default on a cell, if you use a percentage sign, the same thing will be visible here. Fine. So you can use any of the formula. Ultimately, you'll get the similar kind of answer. Anyone have any doubt? Any question? Anyone? Any doubt? Anyone? So you mathematically, we can be very sound to use them here. For average return, I can write equal to AVE open bracket. Then select all the data. For selecting, use Control Shift down arrow, close bracket, enter. Similarly, for standard deviation, you can write std dot p. P is for population, S for sample. Last class, I think I have discussed the difference between them. Otherwise, anyway, no problem. Otherwise, you can remember this. What is stdev dot p? So when you are using standard deviation, if you are getting equal to stdev dot p, this is actually using the formula called summation of x minus x bar whole square by n. And if you're using the formula called stdev dot s, it is using the formula called summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. This is the difference between population and sample. I believe when you studied the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, definitely these things will be helpful for you at that time. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Any question anyone want to ask? Any doubt? Any question you have? So right now, the 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 purpose is not to get into how to use these data to calculate the beta of the stock or to do any kind of financial calculation by using this data. This data for me is like a dummy data. By using this dummy data, I want you to explain certain parameters, which I believe you must be learning and you must be enjoying these parameters. So while working on Excel, we need to work on these parameters, and they definitely will help us how to consider the scenario which are being in front of us. So these scenarios ultimately will make us much more comfortable to understand or to work on lot of numbers. You can see here you have date and then few dates are okay, but then you can see hashes sign is coming because the space problem is there. So put your cursor between the column A and column B. You can see a plus sign and double click. Now you can see everything is fine. Clear, everyone? So you can use filter. You can use filter for any kind of errors. Here see return showing error. So this return is showing error because for the first data there is no previous data. So you can simply ignore it. I don't think this will create any as such any problem. You can use zoom bar to highlight any parameter to your client or to your student, and you can use any parameter for that part. Already I have taught you how to hide the column, how to unhide the column, how to hide the row, how to unhide the row, the use of quick access toolbar, cus- customized toolbar, developer tab. We have seen solver command, how to work on the solver. That part, the lot of videos of mine is there under the playlist called Operation Research that you can see to understand the solver in much more appropriate manner. Any question, anyone, anything you want to ask from me? So I hope you have learned what all I have done so far in this session. So basically, we have not done anything new or anything very dynamic in this session. We just try to revise or recap the basic concept what we have done uh, prominently in our session number one. So I, instead of talking something new, I just focused on doing revision from the content of our first session. So I believe you definitely would have likened this. So in that case, please don't forget to click on the like button. Fine, everyone. So you like, your comments give us lot of motivation. So I really wish you best of luck for your preparation on MS Excel, and keep following new videos which is gonna update to you on daily basis. Thank you everyone. See you all very soon for the session number third. God bless you. Take care. Bye.